Who wants to make a volcano?
I do.
So let's get started. Gather up materials you need. You may use recycled things. You may look in there for plastic, newspaper. You can get out Play-Doh if you have some. You can even make homemade Play-Doh, which is what I did. I used the containers up at the top that I'm pointing to, and I actually made some Play-Doh and covered it up. You could also do one with crumpled up paper, form it, and then make it into the shape you need, but I made a little cup to show you at the top of that tube. You will need to have something to pour your ingredients in that's close to the top. So make one with foil if you need to. I'm so excited, but make sure you get everything, your tape, your scissors, your glue, anything you want to do. You could paint it if you made it out of paper. You could color it. You could use colored paper. You can make it as fancy or as plain as you want. So here's mine. I finished it and it dried up. So I went and I got all the things I needed to be able to make this volcano erupt, because I know that's something that is always the funnest part of making a volcano. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a good amount of squirt of some soap, dish soap in there. Then I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of baking soda. I'm going to add a little food coloring, a little red, just so that it'll look really cool for you, okay? And this is white vinegar. All right. Make sure always ask permission to use the stuff that you need. Make sure your parents know what's in the kitchen and what you're using. Right? So I'm going to pour a little bit in here. Let's see if we get what we want. Are we going to get a volcano eruption? Oh my goodness. Here it comes. Oh, look at it go. Look at it go. If I add a little bit more, will it make a difference? Let's see. Oh, wow. And make sure you have it over a tray or you're doing it outside where it's not going to make a mess. Well, there's some pretty large bubbles at the top here. So, will it go again? Now, that's a chemical reaction, in case some of you didn't know that. And what causes volcanoes to erupt is pressure that builds up inside. And let's think about what happens. What is this called? Lava? Molten lava. And what does it do if it hardens in real life? Something we're going to do next time, where we're going to learn about the rock cycle. So is this a demonstration or an experiment? So if you said demonstration, you were right. Demonstrations are used by a teacher a lot to spark your interest. They show someone how something is done, and they do not follow the scientific method. But experiments do follow the scientific method, which is the process of us asking a question, usually an answer to a problem. Then we need to do some research. Look it up online, go to the library, ask people, look for ideas. And then when you know what you're going to be doing, create your hypothesis, which is your guess as to what you think is going to happen, your prediction. Then make sure you conduct your experiment and make sure you take notes and write all your data down, because you're going to have to analyze your data and form a conclusion. Your answers to what you think happened and why, and did they actually go along with your hypothesis? And then you're going to make that conclusion and report your results. Now make sure that you know what an experiment is. So let's turn this into an experiment. I have the same ingredients, but on a different scale. And let's see what happens. I'm changing one variable. And got my liquid, got my baking soda, and this has added water to it. So I'm going to put this in. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to be brave. I got my protection on.
I'm going to pour it in. Whoa, whoa! What happens if I get more of it and I try to shake it? Let's do that again. Yay! Different experiment. See what you can do. Change a variable and see what you get. Then you can call it an experiment. Bye.